So, this is a Champion spark plug, my John Deere 165. It's a RJ19LM. I've had the experience recently of having vehicles, lawnmowers, gas-powered stuff in general, foul out the spark plugs with very little use. And I've gotten to a place now where I just buy a handful of these at a time and put them in here. A while back, somebody on YouTube recommended I get a hotter plug and a better plug for my Jeep. I did that, the thing run like a charm after that. So, I went over to what used to be the CarQuest, which is now called something else. And I bought this NGK BR2-LM. Now, I've been told this is a hotter plug and that it will not foul out like the Champion spark plug has been doing with so much regularity in the last year or two, 3. Boy, I just hurt my finger. That's going to bleed too. I hate when that happens. What I'm going to do is I keep my tool right out here in the shed because I've got in the habit of changing these things. I got so good at it, I can just pop the plug out pretty quick. First time I did this, I took all the front of the motor apart to get to it. But I didn't know better. Now that I've done it so many times, I could probably do this in my sleep while dreaming about Marilyn Monroe or something like that there. Easy breezy. Of course, it helps if I don't drop the wrench 2 or 3 times in the process, but that does happen too. So, that should just spin right out of there pretty easy. And then we'll put this other one in, and then we'll give that a try. Y'all keeping track of what I'm saying there? Y'all watching what I'm doing in case y'all ever have to recreate this procedure at your own place of location? Could be very important. Could be very important to know what I'm talking about here. Might be something you wished you'd paid attention to and you didn't. And then you say, what was that guy? What was that old redneck saying? Something about spark plugs. See? So I'm gonna put in this shiny new NGK spark plug right back in that same spark plug hole right there. Like this here. Slide that right on in there. Oh, the joy. Oh, the joy. This is more fun than wrestling alligators down in the Okefenokee swamp next to where Rusty Acres lives. I'm just saying. Hey, Charlie. My little dog Charlie. He just come out here to see what's taking me so long out here. So, you get this wrench up into place here. And we'll give that a snug, a little snug. You get on there good? Oh, get up on there now. You can do this. That's what you made for it. Okay, get a little snug. Put the plug wire back on there. Plug wire back on there. Oh, the joy. I'm having trouble getting that to go on there. I wonder if it's bigger on the end. Might be. Might be a little. Might just have to give it more oomph to get it up on there. I can do that though, if I need to. Well, dang, I say, dang again. I might have to take that off and change the end. Put them old plug ends on it. I can do that too though. I got them kind of skills. I got easily transferable skills. I can go from one thing that don't work to another thing that don't work. It's as easy as pie. But sometimes these tips will slip off of here. If that one is a half a hair bigger than one of these ones, and I'll just take one of these ones off and we'll swap them. I'll just take one of these ones off and we'll swap them. No? Maybe not. Huh. So, this one here's a little bit bent on the end. That's a little bit malformed. Wonder how that came to be. Huh. It might not be the spark plugs fault necessarily. It might just be the plug is funky. Might just have a funky plug on it. Yeah, that don't come on. Well, I'm gonna try putting. I'll try putting the one with the good end on it up in there. See if that does a trick. If it does, we'll be good to go. Unexpected pleasure. Oh, the joy. You never know what you're gonna get into sometimes. Shoot bar. What's going on here? And it is just a hair bigger. I might have to take this cover off to get to that wire to spread the tips on the end of it. Oh, there it went. Okay, we got it on there. Disaster has been aborted. Now, let's see how it cranks with the new plug on it. Oh, the joy. Yeehaw, y'all. I just said yeehaw. Heck yeah, I'm dry as a bone. I knew I didn't have a lot of gas in this yesterday, but I didn't know it was empty. Okay. I'm surprised I made it back into the garage. Put some of that in there. Always helps to get a little gas overlean in your lawnmower before you try to crank it. It's so dry I could see dust bunnies racing themselves around in the bottom of the gas tank there. Let's see if that did the trick. Oh, the joy. Might take it a while to pump some gas up to the carburetor. Well, I'm not wildly fond of that. Bye. Hey, Charlie. You want to go back in while I cut some grass? Or you want to sit out here? It's actually a pretty nice day to be sitting out back, ain't it? We can sit back here and let that lawnmower just run a while and charge the battery, and we could enjoy the sunshine. It's a beautiful day. I'm okay with that if you are. Do that. So, I can't think of any more exciting and interesting stories to tell you. I'm apologizing for the lack of quality on my video. You know when a man does a video and he says, I'm going to put this spark plug in there and she's going to crank right up, and then first of all he can't get the spark plug in there, and then secondly of all it don't crank right up, and then you have to mess around putting gas in it, and you cut yourself, you get bleeding. See, this is why, you know, some of them guys like Musty One and all them, Mr. Heavy Chevy, that's why they famous and I ain't, because they go out and they say, wonder if I can fix this, and then they fix it, and I go out and say, you watch this, I'm gonna fix this. But then I have to like mess around with the end of the plug wire, because the plug wire is a little bit smaller than the plug, and then I have to grind on the starter a while, then I have to pour some gas in it, and then I have to choke it a while, and then I have to make faces of myself and look silly, and then after a while it might not crank. That's why I don't do how-to videos, because I don't know how to do much. Somehow I managed to get by. You know, now that I'm bleeding, I ought to go play some banjo, because ain't nothing I love better than, you know, playing a banjo with bloody hands. Oh, that just makes it so much better. It makes it much more realistic and authentic. Yeah, it does. Oh, the joy. I'm gonna say bye now. Y'all say hi to your mom and them. Love y'all.